Hey everyone, I'm Doug VanDeVelde, General Manager of the U.S. cereal business at Kellogg, one of the leaders of Frosted Flakes and Mission Tiger, and of course, a good friend of Tony the Tiger. We started Mission Tiger in August 2019 to help save middle school sports and give more kids a chance to play like tigers. As of today, we've helped more than 390,000 kids, and we are only getting started. At last year's summit, Project Play and Mission Tiger joined forces to better understand and elevate best practices in middle school sports. In January, we launched the Great Middle School Sports Search, the first ever national search focused exclusively on middle school sports programs to find the most exemplary middle schools that offer quality sport opportunities for the broadest middle school student population aligned with the goals of Project Play. We also committed to sharing what we learned with other middle schools through a best practice guide that we are releasing today. Over the past year, our work together has shown that middle schools across the country are being creative and innovative, despite the challenges faced, and there have been many of those. Dedicated middle school educators and coaches are creating developmentally appropriate school-based sports experiences to get their students physically active and engaged in sports, to build critical lifelong skills like teamwork, confidence, and leadership, all values that Tony the Tiger himself believed in. Utilizing Project Play's 8 Plays framework and the sports search assessment criteria, including access, equity, quality, and innovation, we are pleased to announce that we have 4 finalists and a grand prize winner. So first, our finalists and a few highlights of their programs. First finalist is Coliseum College Prep Academy in Oakland, California. This school provides all uniform and equipment kids need to play at no cost to remove barriers for all kids to play sports. They also integrate sports into an extended school day model where students are encouraged to participate in sports as an extension of their school day. Well done, CCPA. Our next finalist, Girls Athletic Leadership School in Panorama, California. At this school, an all-girls middle school, physical activity is embedded throughout the school day through morning movement, their version of PE. Through a commitment to encourage sport sampling, their students explore a variety of sports and activities during the year. I bet this is a very fun day for all the students at this school. Our next finalist, King Intermediate School in Kenohe, Hawaii. The PE curriculum at King Intermediate emphasizes non-traditional physical activities like ultimate frisbee, speedball, or pickleball, which broadens the definition of an athlete so that all kids can see themselves as athletes for life. So important. Well done, King Intermediate. And then our fourth finalist is Strive Prep from Denver, Colorado. Strive Prep is a Denver-based charter school network with 7 middle schools that formed an innovative middle school sports league with other schools to expand available opportunities for students. Well done, Strive Prep. Each finalist will receive $2,500 in support of their growing middle school sports programs. Congratulations again to these finalists. And now, our grand prize winner, who will be receiving $10,000 to support their middle school sports program. And the winner is Jamieson School in Chicago, Illinois. Jamieson demonstrates creativity and ingenuity in finding strategies for scheduling, use of space, and technology innovation to increase access to sports for their middle schoolers, along with a commitment to find a place on the team for every student who wants to play. Jamieson hosts morning practices that allow for students to leverage their after-school time for competition or other activities. This also helps ensure teams do not have to compete with other programming for the limited spaces available on campus. Even before COVID transitioned the school into virtual learning, the team at Jamieson was leveraging technology to communicate with families and expand virtual training and exercise opportunities. Well done, Jamieson, and congratulations as our winner. And now, through the wonders of technology, let's hear from the students and coaches at Jamieson School.
Hey guys, my name's Hayden Hurst, and I'm a tight end for the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm Jerry Hurst. I'm Hayden's dad and a former high school and middle school coach.
So we're going to start with introductions. So students, do you guys want to start?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Kraja, I am an eighth grader here at Jamieson, and I play basketball and volleyball.
Hi, my name is Luang, and I'm also an eighth grader. And I love to play basketball, I like to do volleyball, and I love running too.
Awesome. Coaches?
Hi, my name is Mike Olszewski. I am one of the PE teachers, and I coach boys flag football and girls basketball.
Hello, my name is Joseph Nakanishi. I'm also the PE teacher at Jamieson Elementary. I also coach 7th and 8th grade girls and basketball, and as well as 7th, 8th boys volleyball.
Very cool. It's nice to meet all of you. And so one of the reasons that Jamieson was selected as the winner was because it holds its middle school practices in the morning. Josh, you want to tell us about those practices?
Honestly, the practices were just super fun. We would arrive around like 7:15 in the morning, and we would just, tril around, hang out for about 10 minutes, and then we would get escorted to the gym around like 7:25, 7:30, and then we would start doing the shuffle drill, and it's like we would do that for like 5-10 minutes, and it's like that thing would just get one of us would just go super fast, and we all had to follow the pace. So then at the end of that drill, we'd be super tired, and after, if it was like a week after a game, Knock would just sit us down and just, tell us what we did wrong, what we need to work on. And we would spend a decent amount of time just trying to work on that. And after we resolved that, did what we did wrong, we get into a scrimmage for the last, 20 to half an hour of practice. And those practices were just super fun just because of how many times we just went at each other. It was just super competitive and fun. And some of the games went down to the wire, which honestly just made it better. And some of us would even come out with scratches and, we just had to make sure that we were the team on top at the end of the day and just prove that we were the best team in our division.
Coaches, I've noticed you have some amazing athletes in your program. Tell us a little bit more about the philosophy of your program.
I'll start with that since I kind of run the school's sports programs. So first off, CPS, which is Chicago Public Schools, probably 4 years ago, decided to go with a no-cut policy. And in the beginning, in the early years, it was kind of stressed out because there was a lot of players, just students to sign up and never show up. So it's kind of disappointing that, have a game plan and then they would just never make it to games. So it was very frustrating as a coach and as other players, of course, on the team. We're disappointed to have one of their teammates not show up to any of the games. But then eventually, their purpose of doing this was to pretty much build a community. And I pretty much fell into that. So
PE for me growing up was always my favorite class, sometimes probably too much. I got thrown out of classes for being overly competitive. But again, it was a great time with me and my friends. And I wanted to ask Anda and Josh, tell me about your PE experiences at Jamieson.
We were all so excited to go to gym class. It honestly wasn't a drag at all. It was so much fun. When we lined up, when we went down to the gym, I was super excited no matter what we were doing. Whether it was volleyball, basketball, we were all so super excited. And the gym teachers, they were always very inclusive. They helped everybody that needed help. Sometimes we would split apart, and one half of the grades that were in the gym would go and play games like scrimmages. That would always super competitive, a whole lot of fun. And then the other half would be working with another coach on fundamentals and the basics, just to help them get to where the other group is. But yeah, overall, very fun. It was always something I looked forward to every single week.
Coaches throughout the years have always told us you got to control what you can control. And I know you guys are doing a great job with that, coaches as well. That leads me into my next question. This is also for the students, Josh and Anda. Josh, I'll let you start. What are you missing most about not being at school and being with your teammates?
What I'm missing most is the sports we play, and honestly just hanging out, because honestly with in my opinion with sports, you have to build the chemistry up if you want to be a really good team. And that's just I feel that's a big factor, because you and your teammates need to get along, and in order to be the best, you need to all communicate and talk with each other. And yeah, I just miss just seeing my friends daily, and just talking about the sports we love, and talking about the games that, that would be going on right now, like the playoffs or the NFL that just started, Bears 16-0, can I say?
I definitely miss everyone. Every gym class we would get into our teams and we would just play. Like, the competitiveness is definitely something that I miss. I miss being out there and like throwing out 110%, playing like it's like life or death. I definitely miss that. I have like an itch for that. That's probably what I miss most.
For me, I get the sense that the community in Jamieson is truly like a family. And actually, my dad was my coach all throughout my childhood growing up. And I want to kind of give him the floor for a second just to explain coaching through his eyes, because he's done it at the middle school level. He's done it at the high school level. He's coached, many professional athletes, grown up and gone through the ranks. So I just want to kind of give him the floor for a minute just to explain coaching through his eyes.
All I did really, was try to do the best I could to facilitate their ability. I wasn't a screamer or anything like that. I was just kind of there and fundamentals, and I think if you do the fundamentals right, the other stuff kind of falls into place. So I was a big fundamentals guy, and you have to do the work.
My relationship with my coaches, I think it's like the best I've ever seen. Like, we just built like a crazy bond with each other, and I honestly really love that because, we're willing to tell each other, what I'm doing wrong as a player and what I think he needs to fix up as a coach, and, we'll agree and, and we'll definitely, talk it out and, try to do like the best for our team because, sometimes, me and the coach, me and Mr. Nakanishi, we don't always have like the same ideas on how to run the offense. So, sometimes we'll just talk about it, or even if sometimes if I'm like a really bad game, like I remember like Nakanishi would just always just tell me, he's like, it's okay, at least we still got the win. And even though you didn't play your best game, at least you played your hardest and, you showed heart, and that's all you can really do.
That's awesome. Anda?
Yeah, I agree again with Josh. We have the best relationships. We could just like walk through the halls and we would like have like a full-on conversation about anything. It was a very good relationship. About the game, he would always give very constructive criticism to us, and we always appreciated it. No matter if we were playing our best or our worst, he would always help us, and that just built a really strong relationship.
Yeah, I know for me, those relationships with my coaches all throughout my playing career are super important, because if you have a coach that kind of has your back, you want to play that much harder for him, and you want to just, do the best for you, best for your ability, and, help the coaches out as well. So it's a great dynamic. It's fun to be a part of. So Jamieson is the grand prize winner of the Great Middle School Sports Search, but we can't leave before I ask each of you to share a piece of advice for middle school students and coaches tuning in. Josh and Anda, what do you want to say to other middle school students about getting involved in sports at their school? And Anda, we'll start with you.
Yes, I gotta go first. My advice, I've been playing sports for quite a bit. I would say always put all of your effort. Like, you can't always put 110% in. Do what you love. If you don't love what you're doing, then really, you got to find what you love, and you got to put all your passion into it. And if you have a good coach, you want to make them proud, and it really pushes you. So find what you're passionate about and put all of your effort in it. Yeah.
As well.
I'd like to say, being the youngest, of 4 siblings, it was just really hard to, get like the attention in, like sports and stuff. So if you honestly just keep on working and just grinding and just, keep doing what you're doing, keep up with your work ethic, like you will be noticed by people, because that's kind of just what happened to me. Being the youngest of 4 siblings it's pretty hard to be noticed in sports. And, when I finally got my time, I had to make it, I had to prove it.
Absolutely. That's beautifully put by both of you. So coaches, it's your turn. What's one thing you think middle school coaches should do to make sure every kid has an opportunity to play?
I've kind of always had that philosophy where, coach those kids as if they were your own.
pretty much, just how you want to give, have your players give 110%. You also have to give 110% as well. You have to be the leader of that team. They're not going to give full effort if you're just, lollygagging as a coach. You need to go hard as well. You need to, prep. You need to be prepared. You need to have game plans, and you need to, have practice is the most important. You got to have those practice skills in order to do well in game times. And another thing is, it's really not all about winning at these levels yet. Of course, we all want to win in life, but, you really have to let the kids know, as long as you're playing as a team, that's pretty much as most, success you can get.
Josh and Anda, thank you guys so much. And their coaches, Mike and Joe, you guys are awesome. It was an absolute pleasure speaking with you today. And congratulations to Jamieson once again for winning the Great Middle School Sports Search.